Hello, world! What's up, guys? This is Dave Van Auken, once again, back again on the Fight Bananas podcast. How's everyone doing? Holy crap, what a week so far here at Fight Bananasville. We just recorded, it's out there, guys. Go get it. Dean Thomas, Jillian Savage Robertson. Both podcasts are out on all podcast platforms, especially on our YouTube channel and on iHeartRadio. But right now, guys, we have Raymond Ramos coming on the Fight Bananas hotline. He main events Titan FC 61 this Friday night, guys. It's fight week for Titan. UFC Fight Pass Friday live on UFC Fight Pass. Make sure you check it out. It's going to be a huge main event. We got Raymond versus Danny Sabatello, the vacant Bantamweight Titan FC Championship on the line. Super excited for this fight. But before we get Raymond on, let's think real quick our sponsor at Fusion CBD Products. Check them out at FusionCBDProducts.com or their Instagram page. Guys, they got great deals all the time. Make sure you get that Insta-Freeze. Get it right now at FusionCBDProducts.com. All right, guys, here we go. Main eventing Titan FC 61 this Friday live on UFC Fight Pass for that vacant Bantamweight Championship. Raymond Ramos, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing great, brother.
Very cool. First and foremost, man, happy Father's Day to you, brother.
Oh, thank you so much, man. If anything, that's the most proud thing I am.
Right.
As being a father.
Right. I hear that, man. And how is that? It's been a weird time. I got a couple kids of my own, so I know without school and schoolwork and with the pandemic and coming through and then Father's Day this past weekend, how are you doing with family? And are you mentally and physically ready for this championship fight this Friday night?
It's insanity right now, honestly, for anyone who has kids. They understand. It's a weird time for parents right now.
Oh, absolutely. It's crazy. It's hard to do, the career. Sometimes you know that more than anyone, right? Just being the father is the 24/7 job. But for you to have this Bantamweight Championship on the line, easily the most important, vital match of your career. How you doing it, mix matching both things?
I mean, honestly, I love it. Honestly, I'm with my daughter. I get to see her, and she knows Daddy has to train. So, just for this camp, I've been a lot. It's the most training I've ever put in. So she's seen probably the least of me, but she understands. Every time I fight, I always let her know why Dad's so angry or why Dad's not there. But she understands. I've been doing this since she was born, so she understands it. I think, kind of, but she gets
right.
it. She understands that Dad's only angry during these times. Other than that, she knows I'm the sweetest man in the world.
No.
But other than that, yeah, sometimes I have to be a little crazy, and she understands it.
I love it, dude. There's nothing better, especially when your kids see your work. Sometimes they see me on YouTube, interviewing a fighter and anything. And my kids, I got 2 boys, 2 girls. My older boys, they go wild. They think anything on YouTube, you're a superstar. You know what I mean? So they go wild when they see me on YouTube. It's cool. But so okay, you mentioned a word right there, Raymond. You mentioned the word angry, and I actually had Danny Sabatello on the podcast late last week, and the word that came. We weren't together. It was a phone interview, and we talked a lot about the main event, Titan FC, and what's going on next. And what I heard from him was a lot of anger. He had a lot of anger over the telephone. To be blunt, he had a lot of anger towards you. He didn't like what happened last time. He wasn't exactly sure what happened. So how, let's put that into let's hit that nail right now. Is that something that motivates you more to be against, someone that has a little bit of juice with you? Or at the end of the day, it's a fight, and you just want to get past Danny and then move forward?
I mean, since we're speaking about kids, kids, when they want to be heard, they get a little bit loud. They yell, they scream, they kick and all that. So, I'm kind of used to it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We're fighters at the end of the day. If you have to act like you're that tough, I don't really understand, bro. We signed a contract to beat each other up. So all the extra stuff, he's just making himself look like an ass, honestly. I got daughters that have to listen to interviews, and I got, my kids got to watch this when they're older. So, all that extra stuff is, I don't know. To me, it's a little retarded. we're tough guys. I mean, only a select few people will ever even step in the cage. There's a lot of people who will criticize MMA, or they'll talk about it, or they'll have their opinion. But any man who steps in there, you have my respect. I mean, this is not, I mean, people call it a sport, but this is life and death in there. Like, things can go so wrong. So, I mean, he can say whatever he wants. I mean, it just makes me laugh at the end of the day.
Right. No, I respect that, and I love how you said it too. Also, the spot that you guys are in, it's a highly regarded spot. The Titan FC Bantamweight Championship, I think so. I looked at it earlier. The last 3 have made it to the UFC or have got like a really, really good professional deal past it, maybe even more money than the UFC, to be blunt about it. So if you win this title, like, this is it. Like, this is kind of that life-altering, fight for you. Has that sunk in? Has that been like, wow, like, this is it, kind of?
Oh yeah, I mean, I put the work in, and it's life or death in there for me. And the more I hear him talk, I don't think he understands that. I mean, he's talking a big game, man, but it's life or death for him. If he thinks he's getting another easy fight, I mean, you can look at the kid's record. He's never fought anyone tough except for the last champion that just went to the UFC, Erwin Rivera. And honestly, that's who I thought I was gonna fight. And that would have been a real challenge. We fought in the amateurs, and I honestly thought he was the best 135er in the state of Florida.
Right.
And I wanted to prove I can beat the best. And that was the fight I really was hoping for, and I'm happy for the guy. That guy's such a good dude. He's an honorable champion. And, you know what I mean? That was the fight I was getting ready for. I mean, this kid has said a lot of things, like I didn't sign a contract, or I backed out of a fight. I never signed a contract to fight him. They try to lowball me some crazy money amount. We're not going to talk about that, but I'm not going to fight when I'm on a 3-fight win streak for pennies. You know what I mean? Like, I earned my spot. Unlike him, I earned this. Like, I'm not ATT. They don't give me fights. I fought everybody tough in the way to get to the title, not 25ers coming up to 35, not guys with under 500 records. Like, so he can say whatever he wants, but deep down in his heart, he knows what he doesn't earn anything. He's expecting them to give him everything. And I honestly, after hearing him talk about me, he thinks this is a gimme fight. And I think that's where he's making a mistake. He's going to bleed. Like, this fight, we're going to bleed. It's going to be hard. Anything worth it is hard in life. And, as a father, that. Like, to earn anything is hard. So I expect him to be a tough matchup. I mean, I'm not looking past the kid. I know he's going to be super tough. I know he's super motivated. He got embarrassed last time he fought for a title. So I know he's that's in his mind, you know what I mean? But if he thinks I'm an easy fight, he's got life messed up. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
So, I mean, he's going to find out early. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to find out early in that fight what he's in for. And it's going to be a hard fight either way. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have it any other way. The kid's a stud at what he does, but he's honestly never been tested. He got tested one time and he failed. So that's the way I look at him. You know what I mean?
Wow. Raymond, man, I'm telling you, I'm a big Titan FC fan. I'm here based out of Florida. I'm living here in Daytona Beach, Florida, and I love the regional scenes, and there's amateur scene. I'm happy you mentioned Irvin in the amateurs. I'll get there in a second. But, I watch all the Titan FC events, but when I saw this title match coming up, I was super excited about it. So I was like, okay, I'm definitely in for this one. And then hearing Danny and now hearing you, I'm like, guys, this is a can't miss fight. I know the UFC is this Saturday. I know it's Hooker and Poirier, which is a great fight. But any fight fan, I'm definitely going to spread this as much as around I can get it. This is a must-see fight. Just hearing you two guys go back and forth, hearing it in your, just your tone. This is going to be exciting. I love the bantamweight division. You 2 UFC ago's, right? UFC 250 was like a bantamweight show off. I loved it.
Yeah, no, trust me, I had my eyes on that one.
There you go.
Very tight, yeah, trust me, I was watching it. And even Irwin, man, his UFC debut, that kid's so tough. He took a fight against a bigger opponent, and that kid has so much heart. And honestly, that was the guy I really thought I was gonna end up fighting. And in a way, I'm kind of happy because I just wish nothing but the best for that kid. You know what I mean? Like, He deserves it. He's earned it. That guy's been grinding. We fought before. That's the only person I've ever walked out of a cage with and just had my total respect. Like, man, you whipped my ass today. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I had to learn a lot from that fight. I neglected wrestling and jiu-jitsu. I thought you can just stand up and knock anyone out. And I learned that day that it's called mixed martial arts for a reason.
Right. Even the best. Everyone says Habib Nurmagomedov, all he does is just wrestle and grapple and all that. But, he had the overhand right against Conor. It's 2020 nowadays. You got to be great everywhere, especially at this top-end level where you guys are at, you and Danny. So it's just going to be a great, great fight. Okay, so back to what we were talking about the bantamweights. You said you had your eyes on. There was the three. Cody, who was the ex-champ. Had the walk-off buzzer beater knockout. We have Sugar Shane O'Malley with all the swag. Another highlight to his, his reel. And then you have Sterling, who is a little bit more reserved, but he also has some funk to him too. Might be the best out of the three, I think. But out of those three wins from UFC 250, who caught your eye the most that you're like, okay, one day I can't wait to share that cage with?
I mean, honestly, I know I'll probably gonna get backlash for this, but honestly, Aljo to me earned it. I mean, he fought such a tough dude, and he took him out in a minute. Like, I mean, to beat a guy like Corey Sandhagen, that's not easy, man. Like, to beat him the way he did was amazing. Cody Garbrandt's probably one of my favorite bantamweights. I just love his style. I love what he represents. He's a real champion. You know what I mean? Like, I just love his style. Sean O'Malley's not really my kind of forte. He talks a lot and he cherry picks fights. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's easy to say you're the best, but when you don't really test yourself, I mean, I don't really respect that. You know what I mean? Like, you can say you're the best, but if you're not willing to test yourself, then are you really the best? You know what I mean? If you want to cherry pick fights, and I don't know, that's kind of how this kid feels like to me too. Like, he likes to pick his fights, so I think he picked the wrong one this time.
Okay, I like it. You mentioned Irvin back in your amateur days. To me, I've been a really prominent about how amateur fighters, how you kind of been saying too as well, like pick and fight and stuff and cherry picking. To me, as an amateur, you want to fight the absolute best guys. You want to fight the best wrestler, maybe the best stand-up, maybe a southpaw. You want to fight these different flavors, right? Because when you do turn pro, it's 0-0. You start new, you start fresh, and you want all these tools in your shed. And I think it's wild that some of these fighters, they try to do a real quick 3 or 4-0. They try to get guys with, really no experience at all in the cage, or maybe just not good, to be honest, right? So I just feel like, I think amateur, I don't know if you agree with me, you want to fight, like you said, dogs, savages in there, right?
I mean, I fought everybody in amateurs. I fought champions. I fought Division I wrestlers. Like, this kid thinks he's the best wrestler I fought. I fought D1 wrestlers. I fought freaking guys who trained out of pens, like real tough wrestlers. So just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. When I hear the talk, I just laugh, man. I've been tested. I mean, I've always been an underdog. I fought for little gyms, so I got the best of the best, and I was that guy that they used to think that I was the easy fight, and I ended up knocking these guys out. So, I mean, I've always tested myself. I've always wanted to fight the best, and I don't say no to contracts. So when I heard this kid say I backed out of a contract, like, I was like, man, kid, you are really gassing yourself up, man. Like, but whatever helps you sleep at night, I'm with it. I'm cool. But at the end of the day, we both signed a contract. I'm getting paid a lot of money to punch you in your face, and I can't wait.
Right, I was going to say sooner or later, man. Friday night, we'll be here live on UFC Fight Pass. That Titan FC cage door will be locked, and then you guys will go at it.
We're going to – see, it's funny. He does the talking in the media. I'm going to talk to him once we're in there. See, he can say whatever he wants on the media when I'm not around, but I'm going to see how much he wants to talk when we get locked in the cage, because we're going to talk. Like, I hope he's ready for that, because if we're going to talk, I'm going to talk to him. Like, you said some words, and we're going to answer him in the cage, like – you guys will hear. The funny thing is, there's no fans,
right?
So you guys gonna hear a lot of John in there, and I'm sure he's coming with his little A game, his soft trash talk. But trust me, you guys are gonna hear a little bit of how I really feel about him once we step in that cage.
Oh my! I'm telling you, man, I'm so excited. I'm a huge fan of this. I cannot wait. A couple more questions. I know it's fight week for you. I know you're cutting weight. I know trying to get your body and your mind right. So I won't take up that much more of your time. But okay, Friday night championship on the line. What's the angle? Is it 100% UFC? You kind of want to use this platform. You want to use that Titan FC Bantamweight Championship as a catapult you into the big show as UFC, or are you okay with Titan FC and banging out a couple title fights and maybe a rematch or whatever happens there? What's the goal for you maybe for the rest of this year?
I mean, the greatest thing that I learned from guys above me, guys like Jason, the ass-kicking machine Jackson, guys like Nico Price, I grew up around these guys. I came up in the same circuit as them. And these guys always come back down. They always hit me with so much knowledge. They told me something. Jason told me something that stuck with me in my career. You don't deserve shit in this game.
Right.
You just have to be ready for everything. You know what I mean? So if it's the UFC next, great. I'm ready for it. If it's defending my title against the next real opponent, then I'm good with that. Like, I'm just happy to be here. I'm so blessed that Lex has given me this opportunity. I'm so glad that all my hard work is finally paid off. Like, I earned this, and that's what this kid doesn't understand. I'm going in there to die, and he better be willing to take me out, because if he's not, he's going to fail in there again. And I've seen him quit. You can look at all my fights. I've been robbed for split decisions. I've been robbed for majority decisions. I don't quit. Like, there's no quit in me. So if he does the job, good, you're a better man, but I don't think he has what it takes.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. I cannot wait. You mentioned Lex McMahon. How's your relationship with Lex?
Man, honestly, I was the underdog for so many cards. I was just a, hey, good job, kid, for a while. And then we finally got to talk, man. He's an amazing dude.
He is. He's a good guy.
I finally got to really talk to the guy, and I just have so much respect for him. I have so much respect what he does for fighters. I have so much respect for the business, for the organization, and whatever he wants, man. Like, if he wants me to fight, I'm going to fight. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a prize fighter, man. I'm here to take care of my family. I'm not with all the extra stuff. Like, you know what I mean? I'm here for my family. I'm here to support my family and change their lives and change everything I need, to support them. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm here for. Like, at the end of the day, I don't give a crap about fame, glory, and all that other BS. Like, I'm here to support my family. And anyone, your father, you will do anything for your family, and that's how I feel. Like, I'm going to do whatever it takes for the people that invested their time in me, my coaches, my friends, my training partners. They all know how I'm approaching this fight. It's life or death for me. So, I mean, I'm going in there willing to die, and if he's not either, he will fail.
Man, I love this, Raymond. Yeah, man, much respect. Like I said, it's I do so much. Fight Pass has been a really, really, especially the last 3 to 6 months, have just been taking off on fire. But at the end of the day, yeah, every night, man, we kiss my kids goodnight. We watch Disney Plus. You know what I mean? I'm definitely a father first and foremost.
This is where it's at.
So, exactly. So much respect to you. Lex McMahon. Oh, what I was gonna say is I love. This corona pandemic happened, and it's just been wild that baseball can't play. They're going back and forth. The managers, the media, the agents. Basketball's waiting all the way to July 30th. If football is around, we'll see. To me, I have absolutely loved what the MMA Dana Whites and Lex McMahons and so many in the high ups were like, guys, no, we're rolling. We're going through. This is the second show now that Titan FC has been put on through this corona pandemic. I have so much respect for the guys that are like, no, we want to keep giving back to the fighters. If we went, so much time off, that's you guys not be able to fight for your family and money and that stuff. So I have so much respect for Dana and especially Lex McMahon right here.
Yeah, I mean, they understand that we don't fight, we don't get paid. And we don't, there's not, you can train all you want, but if you're not fighting and getting paid, like, it's different. And these guys understand that, and they're giving us the platform. And honestly, you spoke about platform before. I honestly want to use this platform to spread peace, man. Like, there's so much negativity in the world right now. That's why I won't even acknowledge this kid. Just keep yapping your mouth, keep hyping it up. You're making it better for me. You know what I mean? But there's so much negativity in this world right now that I can't entertain that childish shit right now. You know what I mean? Like, you can say whatever you want, man. We got the contract. We're going to fight. Someone's going to bleed. We might both bleed, and I'm ready for that. You know what I mean? But there's way too much negativity in this world right now for me to grab this platform and not understand what I have. And, my message is simple, man. You can come from where I came from and change your life and really do whatever you want. If you put hard work into anything, you can do whatever you want. And anyone who knows me knows everything I've been through in my life, being a foster care kid, I just had to fight my whole life, and this just feels like the culmination of everything in my life, and I cannot wait. Like, I'm so at peace with this. Like, I'm so excited, and yeah, man, like, this is gonna be the fight of my life, and he's gonna get every drop of sweat, every drop of blood it takes for me to be a champion, and I'm gonna do it. I really feel like he doesn't understand the fight he has coming on Friday.
Wow. Raymond, what I did for Danny, I was going to do for you as well. And I was going to say, hey, 15, 20 seconds, sell the fight, do your thing. And you just gave us a 2-minute The Rock promo. WWE's going to want to sign you after this if, they're going to have you a crossover fighter, you know what I mean? Making money galore. Man, I love it.
I'm a real fighter. I can't be a wrestler.
I hear you. So much respect for you, man. This is the first time you and I have talked. I love it. I love the story. But yeah, I do. I want to give you the end. If you want to just comment on the fight, or if you just want to thank any sponsors or teammates or family, anything you want, my man, the platform, the floor is absolutely yours. Appreciate you.
I just want to thank Fight Sports Deerfield and my coaches Daniel Mendez and Jay-Z Cavalcante for everything they put into me this camp. I mean, honestly, I've never been in a big camp, and this has been the missing ingredient in my life. I feel like they've really poured everything into me, and I'm going to be eternally grateful for the rest of my life. I finally feel like I found a home with this camp. I want to thank First Round Management. I mean, these guys have been incredible. I've never had a real manager or management behind me. These guys really treat me like family. Bonnie Canino, my boxing coach, she's a Hall of Famer. She's been instrumental to my career. Like, she's just never gave up on a young man like me, and she really, really, I love our talks. I love picking her brain. My two most important training partners, Devin the Belvedere Goon Dorsey. He's one of the best amateurs going pro this year. My cousin, Jarrett Too Solid MMA. This kid is incredible. He's a 2-weight champion. It's inevitable. This kid's going to be a star. I'm just eternally grateful for the people I have around me. I'm blessed, man, honestly. And it's going to be a great fight, man. Like, I don't expect anything to be easy. I know this kid's a stud. And, bring it, kid. Like, we're going to have some fun in there. But you and me need to have some words once we're inside there. I want to hear you call me these words when I'm in your face. So we'll see.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Raymond Ramos, main event, Titan FC 61 this Friday live on UFC Fight Pass. Raymond, man, I think that those letters are going to be pretty soon said a lot in front of your name in the next 3, 5, 7 years. UFC, Raymond Ramos, man, appreciate your time. Healthy weight cut. Hopefully everything is good, and I cannot wait.
The best weight cut. This is the most ready, the best weight cut, the strongest. I just feel great. You know what I mean? I'm ready for war.
Yes, sir.
And just God bless, man. Like, I'm so blessed to be here, and I'm so grateful to be here. And to put on a show for you guys is an understatement. What's going to happen on Friday?
There we go, my man, Raymond, man. Appreciate your time. We'll see you very, very soon. We'll talk to you after the contest Friday night live. UFC Fight Pass, Titan FC, main event, Bantamweight Championship on the line. Talk to you soon, brother.
Thank you. God bless y'all, boys.